Hey, what's up, tubers? This is the SHTF Hunter. Doing something, I guess, a little different than I normally do tonight. I wanted to talk about the, buying your first suppressor, things to look for, some mistakes I made and how it was corrected. So this is a Thompson machine suppressor from, I'm probably going to mangle this word, Panakia, Florida or something like that. Thompson machine. This is a 30 cal suppressor. This is the first one I ever bought. And I used this for a while and was not happy with it. Every time I put this on a gun, it changed the point of impact. So any gun I used this suppressor on, I had to zero to use it with this suppressor. And later on, I realized why. So the weight of this thing is like 19 ounces. And it's about probably 8 inches long. But the weight, where it weighed about 19 ounces, it was flexing the barrels to make them shoot lower. So this, I made a big, so weight is a big consideration, and when you're buying a suppressor. And I can't remember why, but I went to another suppressor shop about a year later or something like that, and got to talking to them. I learned about the Liberty Mystic X. This suppressor weighs 10 ounces. I think what I was going to say, there's a couple different styles of like hunting. If you're going to sit on a hilltop, a heavier suppressor might be all right. If you're just, if you don't do a lot of offhanded shooting, a heavier suppressor might be okay. But if you walk around and shoot offhand a lot, you may want the lighter, something like a Mystic X. And I found out the Mystic X does not, this does not flex your barrel. This does not change the point of aim. This one weighs about 10 ounces. There is a part of this is a titanium. They make an all titanium version of the Mystic X, and it weighs 7 ounces. But the all titanium one obviously cost you another $150 or something. I'm not sure how much more it costs, but it costs more. But I've been very happy with the Mystic X, and it has this is a 9mm size hole. So if you're a first time suppressor buyer, and the Mystic X has a lot of different options. This is the half inch by, what is it, 28 or whatever the AR-15 threads are. It tells. So this is the one it comes with, half inch by 28. That's the one it comes with right there. So it's ready to go for AR-15. And so if you want one for like a 308 or the 5/8 by 28 thread, you have to buy this one. I think it costs you another $100. I think they make different thread types. I think they probably make the Russian one, which is like a 14mm reverse thread. Then here's a 9mm pistol booster. When this thing's screwed on here, I mean it probably makes it about 9 inches long. I mean, it's long for a pistol. Long for a pistol suppressor, but you can use this on a 9mm pistol. But you have to have the booster. But another thing, this suppressor is kind of proprietary to my 300 Blackout. It stays on it most of the time anymore. It's probably an old design. It's a monolithic, so the whole one piece comes out to clean it. I actually had to buy a special tool to push this one out. When it gets dirty, you can't get it out, and it don't take much to get it dirty. So I got a special tool to push this one out, and just to You know, I guess that's what I call a mom and pop suppressor shop. You know, don't go with mom and pop. Go do some research. You know, and now I'm highly going to recommend. You know, your first one probably be this, but I think this one will do. You know, you can use it for a 350 Legend or you know anything 9mm or smaller. It said 357 Magnum too. Obviously, anything below the 9mm diameter or the 357 diameter. 350 Legend is a 9mm, but I think it's rated to do like a 300 Win Mag. You can go on Liberty. Here's a box. You can go on their website and it'll tell you everything. You know how high this is rated Magnum wise, but and I'm not Mr. I don't do a lot of military or police training where I need to use a suppressor. If you're just like me, just a regular gun guy and like one for hunting, I absolutely love suppressors. And my biggest regret in life is I didn't buy one when I was like in my 20s or 30s. But I'm going to show you this now. As long as you take this apart every once in a while and push it out to break the carbon loose, as long as you take it apart once in a while, break the carbon loose, this one won't. It's never really locked up on me. But that's the main thing. Just every once in a while, just take it apart in between shooting, and it'll break that carbon loose, and it should keep running. Which is more than I can say for this one. Absolutely love the Mystic X suppressor, and if you're a first-time suppressor buyer, this would be the one I recommend to you. I can't say enough good things about it. And you know, people say, "Well, what about like like shooting a 223 or AR-15 through it?" It's probably just as quiet as shooting a bigger bullet through it, because I've used this on 6.5 Creedmoor and it's still quiet. You know, it. People always ask, "What's it sound like?" And you know, using full velocity ammo through a suppressor, I always tell them it probably cuts the sound in half. You know, so they really don't crack your eardrums like, you know, even a 22, if you shoot long enough, it's going to crack your eardrum. You know, it starts aggravating you a little bit, but so the velocity a lot of times will sound like it's down below, like it's below 1,000 feet a second without a suppressor, I guess you'd say. Or all right, I've told people it sounds about like a 22 going off, you know, using full velocity ammo through it. But anyway, just thought I'd make this little video and talk about suppressors for a change. Yeah, this end piece would cost you about $100. This is the one that I use the biggest majority of the time. I don't use it much on AR-15s, like as far as 5.56 AR-15s. So the pistol booster I think costs about $150. I think, you know, that's a little pricey. It's a little more pricey, but anyway, this is the SHTF Hunter. If you buy a suppressor, buy a lightweight one. I'm out.